Write down everything written in black. You do not need to write down what is in blue. Number 11. Sal exercised by stretching and jogging 5 days last week. He stretched for a total of 25 minutes during the week. He jogged for an equal number of minutes each of the 5 days. He exercised a total of 240 minutes. Elena also exercised by stretching and jogging 5 days last week. She stretched for 15 minutes each day. She jogged for an equal number of minutes each of the 5 days. She exercised for a total of 300 minutes. Determine the number of minutes Sal jogged each day last week and the number of minutes Elena jogged each day last week. Show your work or explain all the steps you used to determine your answers. In this problem, we are trying to find the number of minutes Sal jogged and Elena jogged last week. We are given a lot of information about how much they exercised, including a total amount of exercise. Therefore, we could write an equation for each person to find the number of minutes each jogged each day. So the first thing you want to do when you're writing an equation is define your variables. So we're going to call S the minutes of daily jogging for Sal and E the minutes of daily jogging for Elena, because our goal isn't to find the total number of minutes jogged over the course of the week. We want to find how many minutes they jogged each day. The second part is to organize your information in words for a week of exercise. So we know that Sal stretched for 25 minutes, and he also jogged for 5 days straight, S number of minutes each of those days. So since it's S minutes for each of 5 days, that means that the total amount that he jogged would be 5 times S, for a total amount of 240 minutes. Versus Elena stretched 75 minutes. Notice that in the question it says 15 minutes for each of 5 days. So altogether that's 75 minutes. And then she jogged for E number of minutes each of 5 days. So we would say that she jogged 5 times E, or 5E. And her total amount of exercise between stretching and jogging was 300 minutes. And from there we want to write our equation. Since total means adding up, we know that adding up the amount of time spent stretching and jogging will equal the total. Therefore, here are our equations. So for Sal, we say that his equation will be 5s plus 25. You could also write that as 25 plus 5s, because the total of his jogging and his stretching added together would give us 240. With Elena, the same kind of thing occurs. We have our minutes for jogging, our minutes for stretching added up is going to give us 300. And from there, we want to solve both equations to find the number of minutes. To solve, do the inverse operation of addition to each side. So the inverse operation of addition for each of our equations is subtraction. That's the opposite of addition. So for Sal, we take away 25 from both sides. For Elena, we take away 75 from both sides. Remember that in an equation, we have to take away the same number from both sides. That will give us for Sal 5s equals 215, for Elena 5e equals 225. And then to get s by itself and e by itself, for both of them we have to divide by 5, because to undo multiplication, we divide. So that gives us s equals 43 and e equals 45. Therefore, Sal spent 215 minutes jogging, and Elena spent 285 minutes jogging over the course of the week. So 43 minutes for Sal and 45 minutes for Elena.